Do they dance near each other in Paris? Carol, ready for another Friday night behind the Horseshoe Bar, makes fruit garnishes while DJ Danny, covered in tattoos, spins the same old tunes. Beer, punch boards, and so many dollars worth of tickets are ordered by regulars in between lemon twists and orange peels. A mysterious visitor appears on the lobby security camera and knocks on the door. He removes a membership card from his wallet for the camera's sake. Don Henderson, bloated belly pressed against the bar, gestures toward the screen. A voice from the darkness echoed, "Who the hell is that?" "Hey, honey, how about a draft?" "Whoops. No, I'm referring to Carol." Then she draws Don a drink and plunks it down, pouring foam. After buzzing open the front door, "It's me, Carol," she said. The mysterious man sits directly opposite Don and his pals at the bar. When he orders an old-fashioned bourbon, Carol's spirits immediately rise. "In other words, your accent is fantastic. Do you speak French?" "My name is Quebec, and I'm originally from there. I once made my home in Paris." Carol vigorously stirs, shakes, and tops off her drinks. She then sets the cocktail on a napkin pinned in one corner. As the stranger brings the glass to his lips, the ice jingles. "Incredible," he exclaims as he tastes. Carol is filled with joy. She crosses her ankles, wipes her hands on her jeans, and leans forward with her forearms on the bar and her feet jiggling on the floor. Inquiring minds want to know. "Tell me about Paris, the lighted city." "Ah." A foreigner describes the Champs-Élysées, the Eiffel Tower, the shops on Rue du Faubourg Saint-Honoré, the cafés, and the restaurants. Carol's thoughts drift to a cobblestone street in Paris at dusk, where couples sit at small round tables and whisper to each other. "Carol, Don has called you with the news that there will be 3 drafts. The foreigner is the target of his mockery." With his lips pursed, he makes a Pepe Le Pew impression. He looks around at his crew for a reaction and gets a good chuckle from everyone. He looks at Carol, shrugs, and folds his hands on top of the bar. She gives a little shake of the head, eyes closed. The mysterious guest's name is Henri. Carol is a walking encyclopedia of inquiries. As the club fills with smoke from dozens of cigarettes, fryers in the kitchen, and gray cotton candy turns in the sleepy ceiling fans, he paints Parisian images for her. Now on a Friday, you can have fried chicken. Big plates with fries and slaw on the side will begin arriving shortly. Phil, the second bartender, appears. Slow and steady, old philosophy. People who have been drinking since the end of the workday are starting to unwind. Don and his colleagues sit down at a table. They're old enough now to order shots and pictures. Hunger levels rise as spouses arrive. Carol is chatting it up with Henri while she washes the dishes. In the sink, two people at a time squeak on the freestanding brushes and then gulp down the rinse and disinfectant, instead of acknowledging Don's presence as he approaches Henri. She thumps an empty pitcher on the bar and starts shouting her name. Phil comes, but Don dismisses him. A sideways glance is cast in Henry's direction, invitingly in French. "Hey, Frenchie. Why don't we let this cute girl do what she's paid to do?" Carol violently places the cups in the holder. After a moment of reflection, she emerges from behind the counter. She then instructs the DJ, "Play a good calm one," before leaving the booth. She queries Henri, "Do they dance well in Paris?" The tunes have begun. She extends her hand and leads Henri to the dance floor between the bar and table. To comfort him, she snuggles up next to him. They whirl slowly in circles. She has to sneak a look at Don occasionally. He is leaning back against the bar with his mouth agape. After the song concludes and Carol returns to the mugs, there is a round of quiet applause from his table. Nobody speaks to Henri any longer. You must remain silent when Carol brings the fried chicken or pours the drink. He orders another old-fashioned and leaves a generous gratuity. We have DJ Danny spinning tracks. After a night of eating, drinking, and dancing, everyone eventually heads home. After seeing the kitchen staff off, Carol sends Phil home. Tonight, she doesn't mind being left alone to shut the door and hush her only company. She rips up cardboard boxes, carries them to the recycling bin, and locks the cash register, all while making fragrant drinks, putting them on a zinc bar, and getting praise from happy customers in the City of Lights. Mick Bennett, retired/part-time English professor. Several publications have published his short stories, including Confrontation, Beloit Fiction Journal, Flash Fiction Magazine, and Literally Stories. His works include the novel Beat the Blues and the Belmar series trilogy. Take the Lively Air, a book published by Unsolicited Press soon.